everyone, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Desiree.
And we're bringing you this week's Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide.
We are back again with Spinning September 2024 here on the Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide. This is our series where we take your turn technique and we build in rotation fundamentals to get you spinning better, faster, stronger, all of it. So we've talked about framing, we've talked about balance, and this week on the guide, we're going to be talking about traveling our turns and how to do that. And as always, we're adding in a move to each guide that exemplifies this technique, the technique of traveling. And so our move is going to be the rather advanced lariat. Let's show it to you and then break down traveling turn technique lead follow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, a couple tips for our leaders. If we just kind of work chronologically through this pattern, to start, I like to almost, and I could dance this with a basic one too, I like to almost wind myself up at the beginning to make the rest of the pattern easier. So instead of going 1 and 2, I'm going to go delayed 1 and cross here. Notice that I'm creating torque in my upper body that I can release to rotate to face where the follower is going. As we do a move like this where I need to turn the follower, then turn myself, and then turn the follower again, I need to be cognizant of what my hand is doing. Because if my palm is up, I'm turning myself. If my palm is down, I'm turning my follower. So you can imagine there's quite a bit of flipping in the middle of a move like this. So if I'm just going to show you the hands by themselves, 1 and 2, I start turning Desiree, then it goes into what we call the pizza hold over my head, and then it flips back to turn Desiree on the other side. If I show that with a partner, we've got that wind up here, turn, flip, turn, and triple step. Kind of a mouthful, but it makes sense when you do it in practice leaders. I think the final piece to this, leaders, is that we're not really turning so much as we're looking right and then looking left. There's not a lot of like rotation here. I think a lot of times as leaders, when we learn this pattern, we try to put like a full turn for us in there, and that can really mess with our followers.
Followers, the reason that the lariat is such a really good move for exemplifying the traveling technique for West Coast swing turns is because we're really doing it all top to bottom within the lariat. So let's start with the top. What is most necessary at the top is that we have our frame, and our frame is relatively set. It's pliable in that the leader can change it up a little bit, but it's not completely loose and it's not completely rigid. So we want to go for the shoulders up, back, and down. We want to start with our connected knuckles being those that are the highest point with that elbow down. Again, the leader may lift a little bit and that's okay. What we don't want to do is release the arm completely and let that connection to the body go. From there, we want to start thinking about a concept called bowing. Bowing is really helpful in West Coast swing. It's a concept where we take the connected side and we take the other side, the non-connected side of our body, and we extend it with resistance, and then we use the non-connected side, this side of my middle, to power the turn. So if I was asking Matt to lead me in a free spin, the right side of my body would go open, I would be still connected on the left side, there would be resistance, and then the right side would power through my turn. In the lariat, that's going to be opposite. We've got here on 3, as my leader turns me, I'm bowing open my left side and then bringing that left side through to create the turn technique. Final thing here as we go from top to bottom, so our frame and then our bowing action into our bottom part, is that we don't want to propel the spin with our bottom half. We want to propel the spin with our core. So again, with that lariat all the way through, it's that left core shooting through that is going to take me through. Followers can tend to think, oh, I have to travel a lot, let me take big steps. And that gets us off balance, that looks really awkward, that doesn't feel quite right. So instead, I want to allow the bowing action to take my core, shoot that through, and allow the lower body to simply catch on a soft knee and on the ball of the foot, so that I can turn quickly underneath me. I don't want my legs to extend past where my hips would be, but simply to catch underneath my hips. And that makes for a better action. We're not doing ballet here, so we don't need to be up on releve. In fact, we want to bring that center of gravity down with a soft knee to allow us to stay grounded.
That was your guide. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and check out our website and online store. Link in the description.
Bye!